California with a youth program, and had a couple of experiences with some teenage youth having the opportunity to work on a small functional farm. So it was my idea to come back to Kansas City and start a program where young guys could learn how to run a farm and learn the business side of how to run a farm too. Well, some of the initial hardships was we didn't really have a template to go with. There wasn't, to my knowledge still, there's not really a program out there in the U.S. that's trying to accomplish what we're trying to do with youth and agriculture. So that was a little bit of a hardship, not having something to kind of rely on and something to learn from. I was able to grab a bunch of other organizations and kind of piece together different things that I thought might apply to Boys Grow, but there definitely wasn't something we could just lean on to pull from. So that was definitely one hardship. I would say a hardship is, these guys might disagree with me, but it can be difficult to work with teenagers. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it can be hard to work with teenagers. So we got teenagers and weather that we deal with on a regular basis, and those two can be very rewarding and also very challenging sometimes. Yeah, I mean, we launched it in Kansas City, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but I know that that the support we've gotten from Kansas City has been excellent, and on a small level, just from purchasing our products to plugging what we're doing on social media, to a larger scale where partners, the organizations that we partner with are very open to our young guys actually applying for their programs, whether it's a grocery store or other things. Actually, they kind of acknowledge the discipline and the hard work that our young guys have put in, and are willing to kind of reach out and at least get them an interview once they graduate from our program. Some advice I was given out of the gates was approach it like a for-profit. If you're going to run a nonprofit, if you approach it like a traditional nonprofit, it's going to be harder for you. If you approach it like a for-profit, then the more business mindset you can approach the organization with, the better off you'll be. So obviously our bottom line is a little bit different. Our bottom line is the development of these guys, but at the end of the day, it's very similar the way you approach a nonprofit and a for-profit.
I found Boys Grow through my cousin and his parent, Tyson. He's known one of the legends here for his selling skills. I worked on my selling skills a lot with a last year's guy. His name was Dagan. So one thing I took from Boys Grow was being able to talk to people and being able to sell product. And I also am a graphic designer with Boys Grow. I helped design this t-shirt, as well as the product label for our newest product that we have coming out soon. And yeah.
I found Boys Grow through moving to Kansas City, and John himself coming to our school and introducing me to the program. It's been kind of hard because I moved back to Harrisonville, so different scheduling for me. Something I've taken from this program is a lot of agriculture. Advice I would say, if you're going to start your own farm, your first year, let it die.
Be open to new ideas, draw and think, and have, like, whenever you get the chance to just sketch something up, do it. You never know what you might come across when you're doing it. Also, a little advice, if you do get a job to work here, just know there's gonna be some hot days and some cold days. There's gonna be
Wet days.
Wet days, yeah, terrible wet days. Storms, like there's a lot to really have to deal with when you're out here, but it all pays off when that check comes in.